Hey everybody, welcome back to Space Quest 2. So, we're back here, and the reason we're back here is because I forgot, I actually was reading about this game online and I realized there's another death that I neglected. So I showed you last time how if you walk into this room with your EVA suit, your extravehicular activity suit on, you get fired and that ends the game. There's another way to die in this screen, and it's actually fairly obvious, it just didn't really occur to me. You just fall off this platform here. You're into the game barely 9 minutes. It actually times you. It's kind of funny. It actually it records how long you've been playing the game, just so that it can tell you how long you've been playing when you do this. You're in the game barely 9 minutes, and already you've nimbly stepped to your death. How far down your family tree did Knuckles last play an important role in locomotion? Watch your step next time. So, I've said before that this game has a way to die in almost every room, and I almost feel like they added this in just to have a proper death in this screen, because the other death is it's not really a death, you just get fired and the game ends, but it almost feels like they just wanted to have a way for you to die. I mean, it's not true in the previous room, in the room with the decontaminator where you have the lockers on the right-hand side and the spacesuits on the back wall. You can't die in that screen as far as I know. So, but it almost feels like they added this in just because they felt like, there are not enough ways to die in this game. So there you go. That's one more death. And again, I'm not trying to show every single death in this game, but I just do find it funny that they had like two ways to die or two ways to end the game in this room, and one of them actually tells you how long you've been playing just to kind of make fun of you. One thing which a few people did mention, I might have been wrong when I said that if you don't, I said in the previous video, if you don't push the button on this hovercraft to stop that beeping sound, to stop the tracker, I said that's a no-win situation. That basically puts you in this dead man walking situation where you can't finish the game. I might have been wrong, because some people said that's not true, or questioned it at least. I thought that, for some reason, I thought there was some segment later in the game where another hovercraft will always kill you if you don't turn off that homing beacon. What it does do, if we come up here now, remember, this is the screen where that hovercraft shows up, and it'll kill you if you, oh yeah, and there's that twang from that little pink guy getting caught in his snare. But now, this is basically the same thing that happened last time, is that, this hovercraft comes up, and you hear a hovercraft, but actually, if we go back, you still have enough time to hide behind this tree before the hovercraft shows up. So, the hovercraft appears a lot sooner. It appears a heck of a lot sooner if you don't turn off that homing beacon. So you have less time to hide behind the tree, but you can still do so. You can still hide behind the tree and avoid this hovercraft here. So turning off the beacon does give you more time to hide. Like, it gives you a lot more time to hide on the screen. I thought, like I said, there was a segment later where there's another there is another segment later where there's another hovercraft, and I thought that it will always kill you if you didn't turn off the beacon, but I might have remembered that wrong. Maybe that's not correct. I might be wrong about that. I'm not really going to bother to research it to find out, but because it's wise to turn off the beacon in any case when you get points for it, so why not? If somebody wants to test it out and try to play through the game without turning off the beacon, then let me know, but I'm not going to bother, to be honest. Also, one thing which I did say in the previous video, which some people found annoying, is I said something about how you, obviously we searched one of the bodies of the guards and got a key card. I said something like, you search the key card and find a body or something like that. I tend to do stuff like that a lot. Like, I'll mix up words in my mind because I'm trying to think. I'm not thinking so much about what I'm saying. I'm already trying to think about what I'm going to say next. I try to anticipate my future words too much, and that causes me to mess up my current words sometimes. It happens. I guess I'm getting older and developing dementia. But it's kind of funny. It reminded me of. Because I recently watched the scene from there's a 2013 movie called Computer Chess. It's kind of a mockumentary. Like, it's made up to be a documentary about computer chess and how computers are getting better at playing chess, but it's not really a documentary. It's a mockumentary. It's like a comedy. and it's from 2013, but the movie's situated in the 1980s, which is a time when computer chess was becoming a big thing, but obviously before Garry Kasparov's famous defeat to, what was it, Deep Blue or Big Blue? No, Big Blue is IBM, but Deep Blue I think was their computer. I don't know, I don't remember. But anyway, I just mentioned the movie because at the beginning of the movie, there's a guy who is doing an interview, and the interviewer asks, "Do you think a human being will ever beat a person at chess?" And obviously he meant a computer. Do you think a computer will beat a person at chess? So he could have said, will a computer beat a human being or will a computer beat a person? But he mistakenly says, do you think a human being will ever beat a person at chess? And then the guy he's asking responds, oh, between a human being and a person, my money's on the computer. And then the interviewer's like, sorry, I made a mistake. It's just, it kind of reminded me of that because it's kind of like what I said about, let's search this key card and find a body. Regarding the movie, what I recommend the movie, if you like old computers, a lot of people who watch my channel would probably like the movie because it has a lot of old computers in it, and it is about chess. It is situated in the 1980s, which was kind of a nostalgic time when computers were getting really good at playing chess. So it's not all about computer chess. It's like only about half about that, and then it sort of morphs into kind of a comedy drama about how, the organic, biological, emotional human world is somehow merging with the digital, technological world. It kind of turns into something else, but kind of a cool movie. I mean, if you like the stuff if you're of the demographic that watches my channel, you'd probably like the movie. So kind of a soft recommendation from me. Okay, enough chat. Let's get back to the game. So I think the last game I saved was Got Whistle, which actually is funny enough on the same screen here. So let's actually continue the Let's Play now. Oh, you know what? It occurs to me, I never changed the border colors anymore. One of the nice things about the Apple IIgs is you can change that border color at will. So if you press Control, on an Apple, if you press Control, Apple, and Escape, it brings up this control panel. In the emulator that I'm using on Windows, it's Control, Alt, Escape because there's no Apple key, obviously, but Alt serves as the Apple key in the emulator. So press Control, Alt, Escape. And then if you go to Control Panel and go to Display, you can change the border color. So what's a good border color? Light blue, brown, hold on, what color? Aquamarine, actually. I think I like that. Let's go with Aquamarine. Yeah, let's go with Aquamarine. I like that. This is a good color. All right, quit out of this. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering what this SHRC1 saver thing is, I'd never seen this before. I actually just saw this now because I was thinking about changing the screen color and I actually came into this menu just to test it out. This is something that comes from these Space Quest 2 discs. I got these Space Quest 2 disc images from the What is the 2GS website, which is the best website in the world for Apple IIgs stuff. And this is actually something that comes up when you start Space Quest 2 from those discs. It seems to be a screenshot tool because if you choose this, like I'm not going to choose it now, but if you choose this from this menu, nothing seems to happen. But I noticed later what actually happens is if I say save game, and you look at the files that are here on this disk, what it's actually done is it's made a file called screen.0. It seems to be a screenshot tool, so that if you want to take a screenshot of the actual the current situation of the game, you can choose that option from the control panel menu, and it saves like a screenshot to the disk, to the floppy disk, to the active floppy disk. I don't know what format the screenshot is in. I don't know what you could use to open it, but I guess if you want to take screenshots of the game from here, you can. So, okay, cool. All right, sorry. Now let's really start playing the game. Okay. Oh, here's that guy again. Let's quickly. Okay, so last time I looked at him too late and it said he was running away, but you see a small fleshy being appears to be rubbing something on his body. And that is a pretty strong clue because what did we see him doing last time? Last time we saw him picking those berries. And what did the game tell us like 3 times about those berries? They are very strongly odoriferous. They smell very strongly. So let's do the logical thing and rub berries on self. And we got points for doing it, which tells you it's probably the right thing to do, unless it's Space Quest 4 and you take the ordnance. You rub the berries all over your body. You now smell like a walking ammonia inhalant. All right? Yuck. Let's see if things go differently this time. So last time, things went okay until we got around to the middle of this swamp, and then suddenly everything just sort of changed. Our fates changed very suddenly. So let's see what happens this time. So those big googly eyes pop out of the water and the Jaws music starts. You feel something slimy clamp down on your leg and almost as suddenly spit you back out. You distinctly hear the sounds of aquatic gagging and retching. Evidently you had a bad aftertaste from the berries. So yeah, so that little pink guy knew to rub the berries on himself because that will protect you from the swamp life that's present here. So, yeah. Well, alright, watch out. That was a reference to that song Swamp Thing from the 1990s, which some people may remember. All right, so we continue through the swamp at a leisurely pace because we can't walk very quickly here. I think, hold on, I think I might have walked around something important. I think the goal here is not just to walk through the swamp. I think we kind of need to am I just remembering things wrong? Wait, is this the hold on. Am I in the wrong place? I mean, those of you who played the game know exactly what I'm thinking, but what I'm thinking about doing, but okay, let's walk on for a bit. Maybe I'm thinking of some water that comes later. Maybe it wasn't this swamp. Maybe it was some different water. Let me get out of the swamp here first and see what's on the next screen. I might be remembering something wrong. I mean, I definitely know that we have to go into some water, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this comes later. So we're in a lightly forested area. A large fishery nearby seems to lead straight down. I mean, we need to go there, but we need to do something here first. Okay, I guess there's a specific area here that we need to find first, because there's an area here in the swamp where Roger needs to start swimming, and the game tells you you've encountered a deeper part of the water and you have to start swimming because it's too deep for you to just walk. Like right now we're just walking on the swamp floor here, but there's a deeper area where you have to start swimming. And I thought it was really obvious. Like I didn't realize you could just walk around it or walk past it. I recalled that it always happened to me, so I must have taken like a different route through the swamp than what I usually take. But I've gone through like several different... Like first I went behind this green tree thing here on the left, and now I went in front of it. Am I just totally off base here? This is going to be pretty stupid if it turns out that this is the wrong place to do it. Oh, okay, here. Okay, so I just walked around it. I didn't realize that you can walk around it. I guess I guess I went in front of this green thing here. I went this way, and you're supposed to go this way because that... Okay, all right. You've stepped into a deeper area of the swamp. You are forced to swim. All right. Let's go ahead and save our game here, swimming. And that's a clue because just as in King's Quest I, that means that since the water is deeper here, you can dive. Hey, check it out. We're underwater. To your amazement, you find yourself in an underwater cavern. The water here is much clearer here than in the swamp above. Is that true? If you had a little underwater grotto like this under a swamp, would the water underground be clearer? It seems like it would be even more murky because sediment settles to the bottom. You know, like when you have a bottle of something that's not completely solidized, if that's the word, then the sediment of the solution, or the sediment that's not become part of the solution, settles to the bottom of the bottle. So it seems to me like in a swamp with a little cavern like this under it, seems like the filth and everything would settle and it would be even murkier underneath the surface of the water. But I don't know. So you can't go on. You do not have enough oxygen in your lungs. You panic. The need for oxygen causes you to become irrational. Your desire for air causes you to inhale large quantities of water, which results in suffocation. Thank you for this description of how drowning works. Very, very educational. So, yeah, the reason why that happens is because you need to actually type hold breath. You can't just say dive like in King's Quest 1. You could just say dive at the bottom of the well and that would suffice. But no, here if you do that, you don't have enough time. You will never be able to make it because you don't have enough time. You have to actually say hold breath here. You take a deep breath, filling your lungs to near bursting, and head for the depths below. Now we can do this. Now we can make it through this cave. I never even realized you could just get around this part. I never thought that you could just, like, that means you could just accidentally walk around this part and not even realize that there is this place in the swamp. I never realized that because I never did that. I guess I always went behind that green tree on the right. Never even realized that you could just walk around it and potentially totally miss it. Learn something new every day. Don't know how I'll ever apply that knowledge unless I play this game again, but now we know. So yeah, what you're supposed to do is come out here. Wow, what a sound effect. On the PC version here, there was no sound effect here at all. You're in a small grotto below the swamp. A strange light dances off the walls of this cave. Its origin, a glowing gem situated on top of a boulder. All right. And there are no tricks here, no super secret puzzles or anything. It's pretty obvious what you have to do. Take the boulder. No, you take the gem. The glowing gem provides a gentle illumination. All right, and here, same deal. If you go back, don't just say dive, say hold breath again. Once again, you wisely take in a load of air and head below. Yes, wise indeed, because otherwise we would have died before getting out of here. Boy. Boy, oh boy. I'm just kind of shocked. I'm shocked that you can actually walk around this area. I mean, you can see it's not that large of a deep area. That this hole that we dived in, or dived or dove. Is it dived or dove? I think it can be both. That we came through is relatively small. So I guess it's not that inconceivable that you could walk around it. But you've gotten out of the deep spot and you're back on your soggy feet. Yeah, so the deep spot is actually fairly small there. So if you go around this way like I did, then you'll just miss it. And that means that you won't get the gem. And then you won't be able to finish the game because you definitely need the gem to finish the game. I don't know about that, turning off that homing beacon, but you definitely need the gem to finish the game. I feel quite confident that you cannot win this game without the gem. So once again, gosh. All right, so we're back here. So on this screen, obviously the challenge is to get across this chasm here. I'll go ahead and save the game as got gem. Let's see. So how can we cross the chasm? That does not compute. Jump over chasm. Sorry, this game is in a no jumping zone. Is it really? Seriously, now who's going to arrest us? If we jump here, who's going to enforce that law? All right, fly. I don't understand your request. All right. All right, well, there's like a tree here. The tree is dead. The bark must have fallen off years ago. It bears no foliage. Maybe if we climb this tree, we can kind of... This tree is dead and seems to be free of the slick secretions some of the others generate. You begin to shimmy your... Oh, shinny. Is that right? For some reason, I feel like the word is shimmy, but it says shinny. Is shinny a word? Okay. You shinny your way up the snag. Also, I didn't know that snag is a noun. I know snag as a verb, but not as a noun. Again, learn something new every day. Oh, crack. Oof. Holy log jams, Batman. You almost ate the big one. All right. Well, I guess that's how you cross the chasm. Press right and you can... All right, there we go. All right, that solved that little problem. You're in a thinly forested area just east of the fissure. All right. Well, seems like it's pretty easy going from here. Oh, except for that. Yikes, you've been snared. Suspended above the ground, you are unable to move freely. Okay. Get free. Not right now. I wanna get free, I wanna get free, I wanna get free, right into the sun. Is something going to happen? Oh, yes, it does. After a while, the cerebral fireworks begin. Capillaries begin to burst under the strain. You pass out. Once again, time passes. Is this really true? If people hang upside down for a long time, do they lose consciousness? I mean, I guess it makes sense that they would, but aren't there people who hang underground for like a very long time? And okay, and then some more time passes. Oh, it said something about, okay. You imagine that your name is Larry. You're wearing something known as a leisure suit, apparently made of 100, I think there's supposed to be a percent sign there, which is not showing for some reason. 100% synthetic materials and proven to generate large amounts of static electricity. While prowling a locale known as the Land of the Lounge Lizards, you spend your time badgering women of the area to participate in bizarre mating rituals such as... Just then, consciousness begins to creep in. I wonder what game that might have been referencing. Your head begins to clear and you realize that you have been imprisoned. Your captor appears to be that large oaf sitting near the fire. Okay. Well, this was unexpected. You're in a well-hidden clearing. It is surrounded on three sides by large, smooth rock formations with brush to the north. A cage is below one of the formations. You are currently in it. In the center, a campfire burns. One has to wonder about the purpose of fire during a warm day such as this. A rope sits on one of the boulders. A large beast is nearby. Look at the beast. The hunter looks hungry. Okay. Let's eat him before he eats us. Oh, that isn't necessary in this game. All right. Let's get that rope there. It's not available to you from here. Okay. Open cage. The door is locked. Unlock door. You don't have anything to do with that with. This is not looking good, so let's save our game. In cage. All right. Bang on cage. Hit cage. Rattle cage. Pretty darn solid construction, eh? Yes. That does not compute. Oh, of course, I need to type 1, because 1 means yes in computer language. Oh, really? But computers only understand 1s and 0s. How can it not understand 1? Doesn't understand 0 either. Or other numbers, apparently. All right. Kill beast. That does not compute. Well, no, but I'm just trying to think of lateral solutions to this puzzle. Maybe he'll set us free in exchange for certain favors. What do we have in our inventory? Okay, we have the dialect translator. That might... Okay, maybe the translator will help us talk to him. Can we sell him the gem? Let's sell gem to... Oh, the game... Oh, don't understand sell. Okay, we can't sell things in this game. Give puzzle to beast. He'd soon figure out that it wasn't food and you'd be in trouble. Okay, interesting that they anticipated people trying to do that. Hey, that's Spore. Hold on, let's blow the whistle and see what happens if we... Okay, the whistle doesn't... He doesn't react to the whistle at all. Let's throw the Spore at this guy. Oh, hey, that worked. Upon impact with the ground, the spore opens and spews its dust into the air. The hunter falls to the ground paralyzed. Okay. All right, now can we open the cage? No, it's still locked. Okay, that's useful, but how do we get out of here now? Squeeze through bars. That does not compute. Yeah, nothing computes, man. Come on. Okay. Uh-oh. You've caused the guard to be paralyzed. I don't think he's too pleased with you. Oh, nice sound effect there. Whoa! The hunter has decided that it's a perfect day for a barbecue. As he slowly turns you over the fire, you begin to turn a beautiful golden brown. Death follows at an agonizingly long distance. Well, that did not go quite as planned. Although, I have to admit, I didn't really have a plan, so, you know, as they say, if you don't have a plan, nothing can go wrong. All right, let's try this again. So, it looks like that spore thing was useful, but maybe we need to do something first. Can we talk to the guy? The hunter seems to ignore you. Scream at beast. Oh, that worked. You just need to yell loudly at him. The hunter stands and takes a long look in your direction. His face, though strange in its own right, bears an expression one might see on a freak show patron. He moves closer. Aha! The day is mine. Upon him to the ground. Okay, so he falls to the ground paralyzed. Let's search his body. That's not to be okay, come on. Get a little closer. You search the large, not to mention uncleansed body of the hunter. You find a key which might unlock the cage. Other than that, you find only a few assorted parasites clinging to him. All right, get the key. You reach for the bars and take possession of the key. All right, we need to move fast. Unlock door. So the key into the lock, you would turn. The lock snaps open. Open door. You open the cage door. Can we get the spore? Okay, it's spent. It would be of no use to us now. And on the way out, make sure to get the rope. Very important. And let's get the heck out of here before he wakes up. Okay, so escaped hunter. Now, on this screen here, you're at the edge of a forest. The boundary is a sheer cliff at the east side of the area. In the distance, you see a landing platform, possibly the one which welcomed you to the strange, lush world. So you can see a hovercraft taking off here. This is, I don't know if this is the same landing platform we landed on, but it's a landing platform, probably used by some of Vohal's goons. And you could see there was a hovercraft that took off there. And as we make our escape here, or if we just sit around waiting too long. Huh. Does it not show up now? I thought it still shows up. So this is the screen I was thinking of. For some reason, I thought that on this screen, you will always die if you don't turn off that homing beacon. I thought that if you didn't turn off the homing beacon, then a hovercraft will show up and kill you here. And I thought that if you turn off the beacon, then a hovercraft will show up, but oh, there's one. Drats, Vohal's troops have tracked you down and passed sentence for your escape. Tough luck, eh? Alright. I may be completely wrong. For some reason I thought that... Alright, I don't know. I don't know exactly what happens there if you don't turn off the homing beacon, but I'm not too concerned about it. If, like I said, if somebody wants to test and find out, feel free, but I'm not gonna spend a lot of time deliberating over it. Let's get on with the game. So you can walk past this way, walk back through where the snares are, and now that we have that rope, everything is different. Everything is different now. It's a relatively short rope made from rough hemp. What do? You tie the rope to the log, not leg. You're not in a good place to tie the rope. Can I crawl on log? All right, try it again. Tie rope to log. There we go. And now we can climb on the rope and climb our way down. Okay. I'll save this. If there was ever a place worth saving, I think it's here. You might get the impression from looking at the screen that this is a very precarious situation, and indeed you're right. We're hanging on a very short and probably flimsy rope with some kind of huge creature that's obviously probably interested in grabbing us and eating us. And yeah, difficult situation all around. So the game says Shift 6 to release. So on the PC it was F6, but the Apple IIgs didn't have F keys, it didn't have function keys, so instead it uses Shift keys. So Shift 6, let's release our grip on the rope since the game says so. Your timing causes you to jump when the rope is at its least helpful point. Gravity beckons. Due to the unyielding nature of solid ground, especially when struck from 50 meters, you now bear the dimensions of a manhole cover. All right. Well, the game mentions something about timing. So can we, like... I mean, there's no timing involved right now because nothing's moving, but can we... Oh, okay. If you just try to... You release your grip on the rope. This has a negative effect on your resistance to the urging of gravity. I pressed left, which caused Roger to actually try to move to the left, which means he got off the rope. Probably not the right thing to do. Okay, so we obviously need to somehow get something into motion here, but we want to avoid that thing on the right. So you're in a sheer-sided gorge suspended on a rope between the two rock faces. There's a mammoth member of the local fauna to the right. It looks to be in constant need of nourishment, hence the look being cast you. Okay, so I was right. That thing wants to eat us, so we need to somehow move the rope. You need to be further down the rope to cause a good swing. I can't get much farther down than this. Okay. I think most people type swing here, but apparently move rope works as well. All right. I don't see how this could go wrong. So we're building up more and more momentum. I guess Roger is instinctively moving with his swinging motion to kind of create more inertia with every swing. And so obviously we want to go to the left, but the problem is that creature there is going to probably... Okay, when he starts doing that, that's a pretty good sign that you need to let go of the rope soon. So probably right about now? Okay. He who hesitates is lost. You gave that guy one chance too many, and he seized the opportunity not to mention you. You were consumed in 2 quick bites. Doesn't even show an eating animation. It just describes what happens to you. Okay. All right. So swing, and we'll just need to time this so that we swing off the rope before that guy eats us. Shouldn't be too terribly difficult, but obviously some timing is involved. So I think he grabbed at us 3 times before he managed to get us. So theoretically, he could grab us. You could try swinging after the 3rd grab. I think you can even get it after like 1 or 2 grab attempts at us. But let's see. Let's see how it goes. Okay, there's the first grab. That's the second one. I'm going to save here again as on a rope. Yeah, let's replace the existing file. And I'm going to go for it this time. There we go. Hey, we made it. Nice. We could have even gone for 1 more grab attempt, I think, but okay. So we made it. Save again. Off the rope. And you'll see I'm running out of disk space. I think each save game takes up like 4 kilobytes of space. I have only 10K left, so I might need to delete some old saves. Or save over some previous saves, but that's okay. We'll worry about that later. For now, we are off the rope. We're off the chain. And that's also the end of the video. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time on the further adventures of Roger Wilco in Space Quest 2. Until then, stay spacey.